set of remarks to kick off our event. I want to say thank you to all of our board members that are here, our police colleagues, and our partners from Recovery Newton, as well as Roots Way. I'm going to mention a little bit about them as we go through. So for those of you who may not know me, my name is Erica Maillet. I'm the director of the Reading Coalition for Prevention and Support at the Reading Police Department. The coalition was established in 2006 in Reading in response to losses from substance misuse. The coalition started as a joint initiative of the town, police, school, community, parents, young people, focused on improving collaboration and reducing substance misuse in our community. Together, we have reduced substance misuse by implementing evidence-informed strategies. Underage drinking rates have declined from 45% in 2005 to 22% in 2023. Cannabis use rates have gone down from 25% in 2005 to 12% in 2023. Vaping has also dropped from 26% in 2019 to 10% in 2023. Thank you to our Reading School partners, our school resource officers, Matt Thatcher and Brian Lewis, for their commitment to prevention in our schools. Today, the coalition offers programs and services that focus not just on substance misuse prevention, but also mental health promotion. I'd like to thank our staff, Jasenia Cruz, our outreach coordinator, and Tanya Jaranecki, I'm not sure where you went, there she is, for the support they provide to our community. If you want to get more involved, our advisory board is a group of committed stakeholders that meets monthly to support our prevention efforts. Thank you to each and every one of our board members for your ongoing support. Your support each month keeps us going forward as staff, so we thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Reading also works closely with the Mystic Valley Public Health Coalition to address broader regional initiatives, including bringing awareness to the issue of substance misuse and mental health. Thank you to our partners across the region. I also want to mention Roots Way for Women to our event this evening. Their organization is dedicated to providing sober housing for women, recovery coaching training, public speaking, and more. Please visit their table to learn more. Also check out the Recovery Team Newton. They are dedicated to helping individuals overcome addiction and achieve lasting recovery. Located in Newton, they offer a range of comprehensive treatment programs, including partial hospitalization as well as intensive outpatient programming. Today, you will notice the colored flags on the town common symbolizing awareness of those we have lost. Right here in the larger circle, we remember our loved ones, friends, and neighbors who have lost their lives to substance use and suicide. When we lose people in this way, it can silence us in how we remember them. The Story Walk to Remember is our attempt at remembering the fullness of who we have lost. We can talk about what we treasured about them and also mourn the manner in which they died. The flags displayed in our large circle symbolizes each of the 1,089 lives lost not just in Medford, but also Malden, Melrose, Reading, Stoneham, Wakefield, and Winchester from the years 2010 to 2024. You will see 918 purple flags representing deaths from substance use and 171 yellow flags for deaths from suicide. We also have our smaller circle representing the loss to our town of Reading, right here on the left. We have 21 yellow flags for those that died by suicide and 76 purple flags for those that died from substance use. While we take a moment to reflect here on the loss to our town and our region, the Boston Common display is building out more than 20,000 purple flags to represent deaths across the region. Surrounding our flags, you will see our Walk to Remember, a regional story gathering effort to honor those we have lost. Take a moment to walk through and learn about each person. We created 2 new exhibits this year. First is our prevention area over to the right of the tables, which encourages adults to talk to children and teens early and often about substance use. For parents, grandparents, aunties, uncles, and trusted adults, we know there's a lot to consider when we are raising children. As a community coalition, we often hear from residents that we just need to scare young people into avoiding substances. Yet a large body of research tells us that it's actually relationships with trusted adults that provide a solid foundation for avoiding substance use. We do need to educate young people on substance use, but also recognize that it's not that simple to just scare them, or we're only that easy. We worry about our children's safety, their social circle, academics, and juggling interests and hobbies. We fear concussions, learning to drive, and so much more. Research tells us that ongoing communication about safety and boundaries is critical to keeping our young people safe. So why do we sometimes look the other way when we know teens are trying vaping, drinking alcohol, or using weed? Is it because we did it when we were young and think it's a rite of passage? Are we sending mixed messages? Isn't it safer to just let them drink at our house? Be the adult that doesn't host underage drinking. You are taking on liability and risk for your child and their friends. Alcohol is often seen as a part of our social life. When adults use alcohol, their frontal lobe is fully developed, and yet, as adults, we can still struggle with regulating how much we use. When teens use, they are missing the judgment component of their frontal lobe, resulting in an inability to slow down their drinking. That's why when teens drink, they use too much, too fast, increasing their risk and potential for harm. We are inadvertently handing teens the keys to a car with no brakes. There is no such thing as responsible teen drinking. It's binge drinking, often 5 to 7 drinks in just a few hours. We must take the information we have learned about brain development to forge a new path of delaying substance use as long as possible. If substance use has been a problem in our family, we need to be honest and talk about the risk to our children. Children learn by our actions. Don't look the other way when teens use substances. Show them why you want them to avoid substance use, then be there for them if they struggle with that choice. We also know that the link between trauma exposure and substance abuse has been well documented. In a survey of adolescents receiving treatment for substance misuse, more than 70% of the patients had a history of trauma exposure. We need to consider that some try substances or continue to use them to change how they feel. For some, that could be numbing something painful, dealing with anxious feelings, or trying to fit in. Mental health is inextricably linked to substance use. It is often co occurring or driving the use. If your family has experienced trauma or you notice unhealthy coping in your children or teens, get support for their mental health. Our clinician offers free services, and we can also connect people to our interface referral service. There's more info on resources at our coalition table. The last part of our exhibit focuses on the challenge and benefits of living in recovery from the disease of addiction. As we reflect on those living in recovery, consider that most adults now in recovery started using substances in their teens. Their substance use may have started as a choice to be social, to fit in, or cope with something, but the development of the disease can be insidious over time, while simultaneously damaging relationships, physical and mental health. The damage from addiction can be overwhelming, yet there is hope and support for those living in recovery. They're trying to relearn how to put themselves and their lives back together. Recovery is a group sport. We do not recover alone. Recovery can be easier with the support of others. Adults may choose to avoid substances for a variety of reasons, which can include addiction, medical conditions, or a personal choice. We estimate that in Reading, there are over 2,000 residents that currently live in recovery. How can you help? When you host an adult gathering, do you offer non alcoholic drinks? Do you have activities other than drinking? Do you make it uncomfortable if folks are not drinking? If you know someone in recovery, ask them what they find helpful when they visit your home. Most often, the answer will be don't make it weird. September is Recovery Month across the United States. We want to remind everyone that we can overcome challenges related to mental health and substance use conditions. It's okay and important to reach out for help. Take a minute to walk through our recovery exhibit on the far right to learn more about what people in recovery face. As we get ready for September, we also wanted to share another way that the community can get involved. Chief David Clark and the coalition have created a special Reading Coalition patch for officers to wear. The patch will be worn throughout the month to raise awareness. The patch has 5 colored ribbons, which represent our commitment to mental health prevention, bullying prevention, recovery, substance misuse prevention, and suicide prevention. Residents who would like to receive a patch can contact Community Services Officer Kristen O'Shaughnessy. If you want to get more skills in helping our community, we offer mental health first aid classes in September, October, and November at the library. Check out our information in our exhibit on registering. We have over 1,100 adults that have been trained in mental health first aid. So as a community, what we can do is help each other watch out for those signs and symptoms and connect people to care. We are also offering free Narcan training at the Reading Public Library on September 17th. Visit our coalition table to get a quick tutorial, pick up Narcan today, or sign up to attend the training. Looking forward to October, we want to invite the community to our theater presentation by a group called Second Act. This theater troupe is comprised of actors living in long-term recovery or with lived experience of substance use. On Wednesday, October 30th from 6 to 8 p.m., they will perform their play, I'll Never Do That. The play is based on real stories and focuses on family struggles with substance use. The event is open to ages 12 plus, accompanied by their trusted adult. Following the performance, the actors will host a Q&A. We encourage you to take this opportunity to watch the performance and have a conversation in your home. Lastly, I want to thank my colleagues at the Reading Police Department for responding to all those that need help in our community. and also our Reading Fire Department for their diligent response to those in need of medical support and fire suppression. We are uniquely lucky to have such a strong team of skilled first responders. They often see people on their worst day. They do their job with empathy, with skill, and care, and we are very lucky to work with them. Thank you all so much. Enjoy the exhibits. Please visit the table and also scan our QR code to give us some feedback on what you think. Thank you, everyone.